So please feel free to ask your questions.
Coach, 3-1, but there's teething problems. Maybe it's essential of the defense. There's a few free headers, people free a bit, but actually in attack, not so bad. You opened them a lot, missed a few chances.
Yeah, I think 3-1, true reflection of the scoreboard, on the scoreboard. Yeah, Pirates have got 3 points, you got 1, but credit must go to the guys. You are right. The kind of goals that we have conceded under any circumstances, especially the corner, the free header like that, especially first half again, they missed us with 1 after just the game before, after it started. But yeah, it gives you more positives than the negatives to work on, because it's not a lot that you can say we have all played out of the pitch. So there are a few things that we just need to work on, especially defensively, so that we can give ourselves a chance of winning games. And you can see that finesse in the attacking third. They grade them. It's not a lot of teams that can say they open Pirates like that, or they get behind the Pirates defense like that. And we managed, yeah, rustiness maybe the first game, but I think there's a good future in this team going forward, and we are not discouraged.
The young man in goal, it was interesting to see, and he did well. I don't think any of the 3 goals were all his fault. Interested to see him prefer ahead of Jackson with more experience.
Yeah, you are right. It's young coaches, young players, and that boy was a player of the season for MDC season. So it shows that he's got pedigree. And with us, you show us a training, you work very well. We are not scared to play. And yeah, somebody will say, but why did you throw him in the deep end against one of the Pirates? Then where is he going to get the experience? We just need to protect him. And rightfully so, none of the goals that you can say he made a mistake. In fact, he kept us in the game. There was the first goal, save that he made there. So that is what I'm saying, that the future looks good. We are happy with the youngsters, a couple of youngsters that we had. And I think the setback, what set us back, we finished strongly, because that is how we wanted to finish. But we had to do a forced change of Letlabika in the crucial position at the crucial time. And that set us off a bit. That is why we could see that the way we finished, we knew that we were going to finish that, and then I'm sure that if we could still have our own strength, because now one sub now was gone, and we couldn't even bring the fresh legs the last time minutes. But credit must go to the guys. I'll never falter the guys, the efforts they tried, they played. I'm sure on the Pirates also, where they are, also they're feeling that they had a tough match. And yeah, we'll go. Hopefully, Wandisile will hear from the medics now. Hopefully, it's not serious, because he's one of our captains and is a crucial member of this team. So yeah, we look forward to seeing him here when we get to Bloom. And how is he going?
Coach Palani was skating on thin ice, and he was almost sent off after that tackle towards the end of the game. Why did you keep him so long in the game, knowing very well that he's a tackler, and the tackles that were there were inviting for him to go in them? And just your thought on how he played, looking at the thin ice that he was skating on.
I think we always give or talk about the referees, but I think he handled very well the referee, and I must say that he did well. We're telling him Palani all the time. Even now we told him that if you don't know that referee, you must thank him, because he was, like you're saying, he was skating on the thin ice. But like I said to you, we had our subs were already done. The only thing that you can tell him to an experienced player that is be careful. But sometimes the 50-50 balls, you can see that if I lose this one, he's gone. And we tried. He tried to hang there because we had no option. But in the midfield, there will always be those robust tackles that will happen. But yeah, I must say that the referee handled very well. But next time we'll handle it better with our players. But yeah, we're lucky, but unfortunately the subs were gone because we had to use one very early in the game.
Ndomisa, you played against Orlando Pirates. Just take us through your pre-season as Bloemfontein Celtic. Is it something that you were expecting, something that you were anticipating that you probably lose by so many goals, having played so well in the game that was there for the taking? I mean, at some stage you guys were 1-1, but let it slip. Take us through your pre-season. Did it take you to where you wanted to be?
Yeah, look, going back to our preseason, I think we done our homework and coming to the game, we knew that it's not going to be easy. We knew that they were on a high after winning the last weekend, the Cullinan Cup. So, when you come here and play such a big team, you don't need motivation. You get motivated even though your chips are down, But having said that, I think the coaches done their homework, and with us losing the game with so many margins of goals, I think it's just minor mistakes that we happen to do on a day, that have to be rectified. But we just have to go back to the drawing board and see what we can rectify and get up better from today's game.
And remember, there were some talks that you were heading to Maritzburg, but we see you here today. Can you take us through what convinced you to stay?
Now, you can see that I'm a Bloemfontein Celtic player, and I know that that I've signed a 3-year contract. So let's talk about the game, please.
Coach, back to you.
Not about Maritzburg, eh?
No,
Okay.
Coach, about Celtic.
Okay.
The home ground advantage seems to be still shaky even this season. The fans here showed us that they're still behind the team, but now you're playing away. What is the situation at home with the fans, Bloemfontein Celtic fans, taking on the incidents that happened towards the end of the last season?
You said it's shaky. I don't know. Our fixtures are saying Dr. Mlimela. We've just seen here now, we have a full standard supporters. I don't know why you're saying it's shaky, guys. We are just looking for something that is not there. I don't know why. We haven't even played at Dr. Mlimela. Why are you saying, is it still shaky? It looks shaky at home. We are not, guys. The first game, we have mended our things, our house is in order now. Look at the kind of support that we have been missing. Please let the guys go support us in Bloemfontein. Everything is well. We're going to play at Dr. Mlimela Stadium.
Coach,
when you
did
say that house is in order, that means last season's troubles are those. There's no off-the-field troubles that will affect this team this season.
Will affect this team this season. I'm saying for now, can we talk about this one that we started the preseason well, we finished well, played the first game, there was nothing, the supporters were there supporting us, and let us not predict bad things. At least you can wish us well and hope that things become better. The way they are, let them continue, because the kind of game, the display these guys are showing, this is the kind of games that you guys would like to watch and see. Because these guys are working very hard, and we are hoping for the best, but I can just assure you that Golden Arrows Sunday, we are playing it at Dr. Mlimela.
Coach, you have managed to do well last season, even though the team endured a difficult season in terms of monetary evaluation. So this season, you've managed to finish 8th. So this season, what's your mandate?
It's easy. Try to get better than top 8, number 8, where you finished. It's not, this management did not put us under any pressure, but us as a team, as a technical team set a goal for us that we need to better our position of last season, and then that will be a step in the right direction, and then we'll see what happens. Okay.
Nothing is done.
We've come to the end.
Coach, 3 important points at home. How important is it for you to win at home in the opening league fixture, more especially in front of almost a capacity crowd at your home game? How important and big was that for you?
After off-season where we have strengthened the team, where we have planned for pre-season that last week. worry because we want the way matches are going to touch certain details that will bring every individual, every partnership, every department, the whole team in top competitive shape that will bring even better football, that will bring even better results, and that will make us much more effective.
It was a slow start, and at Orlando a lot of draws. Was that important for you? Because now you don't have to talk about making contracts and not signing contracts. You can now just talk about signing contracts.
It is an issue that is very, very important in our mathematics and deep analysis that we have done last season. So many draws that we have played at home, and this was exactly shortcoming, and not that ball of Mokeke that finished on the head of Martin when we drew with Cape Town City. If we have won our home games, we would be safe and dry, and we would reach enough amount of points that we were looking for. So this season we are looking critically at the fact we want to be Orlando Stadium to be a fortress, and I want to use the opportunity personally to say that I'm extremely happy person in one of the hardest coaching jobs in African football. It is exactly 2 years back, 730 days, 48 months, that our chairman brought me to be coach here with these great players that we are having, Coach Rolani and technical team, Fadlu Davids and others. We are working very hard to make this Orlando Stadium fortress, and we cannot forget spiritual owners, our supporters that have been really player number 12. We have felt all support that they have given to us today, and we want really Orlando Stadium to become an unpleasant place to come to play, and where we shall look to get as many as possible 3 points.
Coach, you're talking strong language. You're saying now you're going to use this place, Orlando Stadium, as a fortress, as a place where you're going to harm the opponents. Are we looking at the elephant delivering finally?
Look, people could speak this or that. We would just tell visible trophies are around the corner. Invisible trophies that we have succeeded is that we have lifted criteria and standards of our team, thanks to these great players that we are having, that are an amazing group of human beings that they want to put and stamp in illustrious history of Orlando Pirates, together with us as a technical team that we are serving them. And I would say that once those criteria and standards are achieved and we have reached the level that we want, that moment even trophies will come, even things will come. So instead of thinking about those things happen, once more I will repeat, criteria and standards are something what we are rushing to catch. We want to be the trophies material team, and trophies material team we are not far from. And speaking after first match about anything is unfair, we are just focusing now. We have one complete week to work before entering in an unbelievable set of matches. First is CAF Champions League away in Zambia, and immediately Super Sport, and then Highlands in MTN Super 8, and by end of month we are expecting to have 7+ matches played every 2-3 days. So this week is time to work and focus on Zambia away 3, but in the same moment to remember that matches every 2-3 days are demanding so much, and how we recover, how we prepare is of crucial importance, and this is what we are at present busy with.
Perfect start for...
And Musa, sorry. The way you and Ben looked tonight, I know there's the Makaringas and the Kola Levels, but you just looked at this early stage, especially in the second half, when you really got into a group, like a really important combination for Pirates going forward. I just want to ask the coach and you,
If I'm allowed first to tell, Mussolino is a pillar of this team since he has come to Pirates. Versatile player that could satisfy anything what football demands. I would like to say he's two-way traffic player that help us in build-up, player that help us in protecting the goal, and as such, we are not pleased and privileged to have such a human being and such a player amongst us that is also visible to us, but invisible to many, unsung hero and person that does all the work and is an stamping authority of the game model that we are playing.
Perfect start for
Yeah, with Ben, he's a quality player, and if you noticed when we started, he was playing on top of the diamond. I was just alone in the center, but with him coming to help me out in the center, that's when we were able to play. Especially in the second half, when we changed the system, we were able to control the game and dominate the game.
What a start for Gabadinho Mango, coach. How crucial is it going to be for your team this season?
Before speaking about Gabadinho Mando, with your humble permission, I would touch something what is an historical day for Orlando Pirates. You know, a young boy of 20 years played on World Cup for under 20, Tabiso Munyane, came to the game. We've given him simple instructions: son, if things are okay, take the credits. If things are bad, we as coaches, we want to take the blame. But I want to give the credit to the senior players that have accommodated him, and thanks to them, he has presented himself in the best possible way. Still, he needs to be much better in defending, much better in build-up, and much effective going forward. But him starting today is a strong message that our youth system is doing very, very good job. On the other side, when we talk about the rest of the players, more or less, they have been the players that they have played last year. When new players came, they were our senior players. They pulled socks, pulled sleeves, worked hard, and showed that the ones leading by example in the way we play. However, other players, they could not just come and enter in the team. They need to earn and deserve. Also, they are working hard. And today we had Cabello Dlamini and we had Gabadinho Mango that they have come good enough. Gabadinho Mango scored the goal, announced himself in the best possible way. And this is the way how players are gradually supposed to enter. And then how the time goes, we are canceling the way of older senior players or new players. We are one team that works towards one direction.
Coach, any reinforcement you might make just before the end of the transfer window? Because when it comes, particularly the defensive department, because the midfield and your forward players, there's too much quality there, but it's a bit inadequate when you tend to the defensive part.
We need to tell you something, that our defense starts from the top because of high press. Our defense, second line of defense is our midfielders that are protecting, and last line is defensive line. We shall patiently going into the deepest attention to details, having absolute trust and confidence in our management that we have, after our reports, they have exactly put the puzzle in mosaic, bringing new players. We shall assess in days ahead of us up to end of the transfer window and act accordingly, because there's a serious institution. If needs arises, we shall act accordingly.
Coach, you've spoken very fondly of Tabiso, but we know him as a striker. But today he was playing more or less as a false number 2. Can you tell us more about his condition of positions?
You know him as a right winger, that in a way we have pulled on the wing back situation. Energy that he has, quality that he has, gives him exactly that credit that he needs tirelessly to have repetitions on the flank, no matter whether he's winger, wing back or full back. He needs to be three-dimensional player, ready to defend, ready to help us in build-up, ready to give that advantage in numbers when we are attacking from that flank. And this is exactly what we are looking, and player with energy, and still very far what is supposed to be, but first step today, journey of 1,000 miles is starting with first step or with first match, and he did very well.
Coach, there are reports from Egypt that you turned down an offer from Zamalek. Can you elaborate on that?
this is something what I don't want to comment. I will just tell you. There are interest from many parts of the world, but I am soldier and servant of Orlando Pirates, totally loyal to my African football father, Dr. Ivan Koza, and if anyone has anything to do, he's the right address. Until I'm needed here, I will serve loyally. When the time comes, I will still remain supporter, remove the jersey of the head coach, put the jersey of supporter out, and maybe you will see me there opposite on that side and whatever, but I will forever love and respect this great club that I'm honored, pleased and privileged to coach.
Final question.
The decision to put Manyani straight in was interesting, but obviously you believe in him.
We had, as I told, 9 matches, and Carling Cup where we could not place him because supporters are choosing as per their feelings from the last season. However, every single supporter has many reasons to be proud that player promoted from the youth team comes and plays same like his senior player. But thanks to our senior players that have accommodated him, given him confidence, usually in such a situation player can break through or crack. Thanks to our senior players, they have made him breaking through. Still very far what he's supposed to be, but as I told, first step, first match, mileage in his legs, confidence in his head. We shall still support him and look forward to improve in many aspects because he's still very far from what he's supposed to be.